Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz, and I'm back with my co-host tonight, director Henry Jaglom, a man who continues to direct based on the advice given to him by his old friend and mentor, Orson Welles. Their conversations are documented in this book, My Lunches with Orson, edited by Peter Biskin. And it's lunches that you had with Orson Welles over 5 years with recorded conversations. And I mentioned in the lead-in the sort of the connections, the ties that you have to Orson. And you still, as you make movies today, he's been gone 29 years now.
Wow.
Does he still, you still hear his voice?
All the time. All the time.
His advice applies even in this movie?
Yes, he's a factor that you never lose. I mean, because what I hear him saying is two things. Make movies for yourself. You never know if they're going to work commercially anyway. You're going to live to see them for God knows how many years. Secondly, he said, don't take your money from Hollywood. Find other sources. I've had Europeans who have been kind enough to like my films and for their territories. And that frees you from having to try to compromise in any way. You can make the film exactly the way you want to. And you can empower yourself to create a film the way you think it should be made, and then you can find out how big a public there is. And if you aim at 5 or 10% of the public, that's 30 million, that's 50 million. That's a lot of people. You've got you're fine. And
you don't need to be loved by everybody.
You do not need to be loved by anybody, and I think that's unfortunately still, with all the changes, I still think that's very, very rare in Hollywood.
In My Lunches with Orson, he talks about he's stung by criticism. It sort of almost depends on his mood. Sometimes he deals with it in a very grown-up manner.
But he's stung.
But he
carried bad reviews all his life. He carried a bad review of Citizen Kane.
Really?
Yeah. I said, listen, Orson, 99% of those reviews were raves. He said, yes, but this one I carry. This one I hold on to.
But that you don't share that with him?
No, he said I was blessed with an ego that I just felt I didn't care about what critics said. And I used to Xerox these particularly fun bad reviews and send them out in Christmas for people. You know, Henry Jaglom, who cares? It's like a wonderful kind of, oh my God, I've gotten to this person. I'm annoying this person. Some little kid in me is pleased by that.
Well, I admire that enormously. I know that rationally, but it's not always easy to...
I've been lucky that way. Yeah. Orson always said I was incredibly lucky that way. I don't know why, but I never cared, you know?
Henry, thank you very much.
My pleasure, completely.
Henry and I are done for the night, but TCM, of course, thankfully, goes on forever. As always, uncut and commercial-free. So stay with us.
Tonight on Turner Classic Movies, a theater director and playwright have a lively discussion in My Dinner with Andre. Then Fritz Lang directs the visually stunning but foreboding story Metropolis, and Lang continues to unleash the fury.
After 20